For this benchmark, we're going to be able to multiply fractions, mixed numbers, and decimals. Remember when multiplying rational numbers, multiplying fractions, you have to multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators, and then simplify your answer. So for example, if we had 3/4 times 1/2, we would multiply 3 times 1 and 4 times 2 to get 3/8. That's already simplified, so that's our answer. If we were to multiply a mixed number, so let's say 3.5 times 1 1/3, we need to change to improper fractions first. So to change to improper fractions, remember we multiply the denominator times the whole number, and then we're going to add the numerator. So we would do 3 times 2, which is 6, plus 1 is 7. Denominator stays the same. Same thing, 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4, so that becomes 4/3. And then we just multiply our top numbers, multiply our bottom numbers, and we would get 28/6. And we can simplify that, divide the top and bottom by 2, and get 14/3. And that's our answer. Remember your rules for multiplication when you have positives and negatives. If you have 2 positives, your answer will always be positive. If you have 2 negatives, your answer will always be positive. And if your signs are different, your answer will be negative. So keep in mind, same sign, positive, different sign, negative. So try this example on your own. Pause the video and try it on your own in your notebook. Try -1/2 times 2/3. So you would multiply 1 times 2 and 2 times 3 and get 2/6. And we can reduce that to 1/3. And since we have 1 negative and 1 positive, our answer is going to be -1/3. Try another one on your own. Make sure you pause the video, try it in your notebook, and then play the video to check your answer. So try 1/2 times -3/5. So we would multiply 3 times 1, 2 times 5. We would get 3/10. And since 1's positive and 1's negative, our answer is -3/10. Now try a mixed number on your own. Copy down the problem, pause the video, try it on your own to check your answer. Say we had -3 1/4 times -2 1/2. Remember to change to an improper fraction. So we do 4 times 3 plus 1 is 13/4, and that's negative. And then we would do 2 times 2 plus 1 is 5/2, and that's also negative. Then we would multiply 13 times 5, 4 times 2. 13 times 5 is 65, 4 times 2 is 8. A negative and a negative make a positive, so we can leave our answer like that. Let's try one more mixed number. Let's do -1 2/3 times 2 1/2. So we change to improper fractions. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 2 is 5 over 3, and that's negative. Times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5 over 2. Then we multiply 5 times 5, which is negative 25. 3 times 3 is 6, and we'll leave it like that. Now to add decimals, if we did 3.1 times 2.4, we would line up the last number and we would multiply like normal. 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 3 is 12, put a 0. 2 times 1 is 2, 3 times 2 is 6, and then we add, so we get 4, 4, 7, and then since we have 1 decimal place here and 1 decimal place here, that's 2 total. Our decimal would go 2 spots over, so our answer would be 7.44. And our negative rules still apply for this, so let's take negative 2.41 times positive 1.5. So we line up our last number, not the decimals, and we multiply like normal. So 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 4 is 20, and 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. Add a 0. 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 4 is 4, 1 times 2 is 2. And then we add, so we have 5, 1, 6, 3, and we have 2 decimal places here, 1 decimal place here, so that's 3, 1, 2, 3, so our answer is 3.615, but since we have 1 negative and 1 positive, our answer is negative 3.615. Try multiplying this decimal on your own. Pause the video, work out the problem, and then play the video to check your answer. Try negative 4.2 times 3. So again, we line up our last digit. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 4 is 12, and since we have 1 decimal place here, we move our answer over, so our answer is 12.6. We have 1 negative and 1 positive, so our answer is negative 12.6. Let's try one more decimal on our own. Let's do negative 5.31 times negative 1.4. Be sure to line up your digits and multiply. 4 times 3 is 12, carry the 1. 4 times 5 is 20, plus 1 is 21. Put a 0. 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 3 is 3, and 1 times 5 is 5, and then we'll add. We have 2 decimal places here, 1 decimal place, so that's 3 total. 1, 2, 3. So our answer is 7.434. 2 negatives make a positive, so that's our answer.